Hey everybody, welcome to I Heart Stats. I'm Dan Myers and I'm going to be your guide, your professor, in this course. We're going to take you through a really easy and accessible introduction to statistics. I think as you go through the course, you'll see that this stuff isn't anywhere near as tough as people usually make it out to be. A lot of times people are worried about statistics because it seems complicated with these big formulas and Greek letters and so on. But we're going to show you how to take those things apart piece by piece so you can really understand them. Sometimes people are worried about the math components of the course too, but you know what? It's not that complicated. And in fact, if you can punch numbers into a hand calculator, you're going to be more than fine for what we're going to do in this course. It's going to be easy, it's going to be fun, and you're going to get to the end and you're going to feel a lot more confident about this kind of material. One thing that we're going to do in this course is we're going to try to attach everything we're doing to everyday life kinds of situations. We're going to do that in a number of different ways. But part of the reason of doing that is to kind of show you how statistics can come into your real life. I remember one time I was sitting in the doctor's office and I pulled up a magazine and I opened it up and there was an ad for a golf ball in the magazine. And I looked at the ad and I thought, wow, this golf ball looks great. I should probably start using this golf ball. I mean, look at the ad. It shows you how many people are using the golf ball, how many players are using the golf ball compared to the next best ball. Look at that, huge difference there. And then look at the number of tournaments that they're winning. People are winning a lot more tournaments with this ball than the next best ball. And it's not even close. And then look at how much money has been won by the golf ball and its next competitor. I mean, these differences seem huge and it seems obvious that this is the best golf ball. But when I was looking at the ad, I kind of started scratching my head and wondering, using my statistical way of thinking, if it really showed what the people who made the ad were intending. So I stole the magazine, I took it home with me, and I did some calculations when I got home using a statistical test. And you know what it showed me? It didn't show me this ball was the best. It showed me this ball was the worst. The competitor is a much better ball when you actually analyze this thing statistically. And we're going to show you how to do that during the course of this class. So you don't want to be the person who put this ad together and you go to the boardroom and show everybody your new ad campaign that you just placed with a 2 full-page ad in Golf Digest magazine, and then have somebody in the audience sort of looking at it and say, that looks weird, and doing some calculations and saying, you know what, this ad doesn't show our ball is the best, it shows our ball is the worst. You don't want to be the person who just made up that ad. And you won't be if you understand a little bit more about statistics. By the time we get to the end of this course, you're going to have that kind of knowledge that'll prevent you from making those kinds of mistakes. Helping me out in the course is going to be our teaching assistant, Sarah. Sarah?
Hey, Dan.
How you doing?
Good, nice shirt.
Oh, we both heart stats.
We love it.
It's great,
yeah.
Sarah's going to help us with a lot of different pieces of the course as we're going along. And now we just want to take a couple of minutes and walk through the structure of the course so you know what you're going to be doing in the next 8 weeks or so.
So we plan the course to be about 8 weeks. If you would like to go through a little bit faster, you can. If you need to go a little slower, that's fine. We're thinking you'll need about 5 to 7 hours per week. If there's a week you can't participate, that's fine. Just catch up in the next week.
We're going to actually take you into sort of 3 types of locations to do the course. The first one is the Lightboard, and those are where I will be giving you a little lecturette, maybe 8 to 10 minutes, sort of covering the basic material that's involved in that portion of the course. The second part will be the examples. We call these fun funs.
They're really fun.
They're fun.
Yeah.
They're not just fun, they're fun.
2 funs.
And what we'll do is take you out into somewhere in the real world to kind of set up the example and talk about how we could produce some data about that particular kind of scenario.
Then you'll come back here to this room with me. We'll take that example, produce some data, and then run that data through some statistical tests, whichever one we're working on that week. And they'll give you one more chance to practice and watch someone work through the problem before we move to your part where you do the problems on your own.
and Sarah will be doing that part with you. And let me tell you, she's really good at it, and she will really make sure that you understand each and every little step along the way.
Thanks, Dan.
The course assignments will be the next part of the course, and there'll be different pieces of this to help you be sure that you've mastered what's happening in the course.
You'll start with some practice problems. This will be in the online material. You'll just work through the problems. You'll get instant answers to see if you're doing the right thing, so you can keep going through the problems. Then after you finish with those, you can move on to the homework assignments, which will be graded. I'll let you tell a little more about that.
So the homeworks are designed to test you, but also for you to test yourself, so you can make sure that you have them right. They will be graded as either being complete or incomplete. We won't give you an A, B, C, D grade, but they'll be marked in the system as complete or incomplete, so we know that you've gotten through them all. You can redo this stuff as many times as you want to make yourself feel confident about what you're doing, so that you know that you're ready to move on to the next part of the course.
Now, this course isn't all about what we're producing and what we're giving to you. We'd like you to get involved and help each other out as well. And we have various platforms for you to do that on.
First of all, we have our Facebook page.
Yes, we do.
Yes, Facebook is a lot of fun. You can spend a lot of time on Facebook, but maybe you'll spend some productive time for once by doing some time on our Facebook page. You know, it's already been up, and I know a lot of you have already liked and sort of become a member of that Facebook page. But you should go now and go to the iHeartStats Facebook page and like it, so you'll start getting feeds from the page. On the page, you can ask questions, and you guys can help each other out by answering the questions for each other. There's some thousands of students that are now signed up for this course, and we can't respond to every student individually because of the large number of people who are interested in this course. So we want you to use that mechanism to help each other out.
That's right, and we're also on Twitter. So if you have a Twitter account, follow us, like us. And if you don't have one, go ahead and create one, because you're going to miss out on a lot of really fun stuff if you don't see what we're tweeting when we go through the class.
We'll be monitoring how people are doing on the homeworks and the problem sets too. So if there's problems that are cropping up consistently, a lot of people are having problems with a certain aspect, we'll put something on the Facebook page and we'll tweet it to help you figure out how to solve that particular kind of problem. I think that's about all we have to cover for right now.
I think we're ready to start.
Great. So why don't you join us for the first module of iHeartStats. You can start anytime now, and by the end of the course, we think that you are going to be someone who's going to heart stats too. See you soon.
See you soon.